coffee time.
What's up, everyone? I was muted, sorry. Weekday stream coming at ya. I don't know what I'm doing today. I just know I only want to play Guild Wars. That's all I want to do. Yeah. Mechanic, I guess that's how it works too. Guild Wars mod has that ArenaNet partnership, so he knows exactly. He knows when people are gonna stream, start streaming Guild Wars before they do. That's amazing. That's incredible. Got a couple options today. So do you have? Yeah, I got some. I got on this character. Actually, you know what? I didn't pick up the new hero on my. Did I? I didn't pick up Devona on this character.
Saw a short last night about them 3 flex ones.
Yeah, I have those. The hardest ones, which are Zayri, Ritualist, Kieran Thackeray, the Paragon, and Miku. But they recently added a new one, which is Devona, and I totally forgot to pick her up. Lacey, welcome, welcome. Let's go, let's go. You must act. Oh, right. But you have to activate Reforge mode. I don't want to put Reforge mode on this character for some reason.
Oh, dang, you can just add them from there.
Well, she's a new one. Thank you for that follow, Greg Ainsborough. Just missed ya. Dang it. Mod, what the heck? Romy, thank you for that subscribe. The YouTube subs are coming in. Poultry Man, is that you?
In so noob on this game, I thought you had to go find them in the world and recruit them.
Nope, that's how you usually do it, Jammin'. Hey, what's up, Marcin Narot? Thank you for that follow. This YouTube sub. That's usually how you do it. So usually for heroes, you get them mostly in Nightfall, which you never played Nightfall. Anima 64, thank you. Can't wait to see the new Ascended Uber play. Maybe I need to do my Dervish. I need to get my Dervish into in-game. So, Jammin', yeah. Nightfall is the prophecy, is the campaign.
For sub on it, OMG.
What up, Poultry? No, YouTube, the YouTube sub notifications, they kind of backlog. So if I get like 3 or 4 just from like shorts and videos, the next time I go live, all those notifications come in. So most of those are not coming in at this very moment, if that makes sense. But yeah, typically you have to complete some sort of quest or side quest or something to unlock the heroes. But Devona's a new one that they added recently, and they just give it to you for having the Reforge badge.
Do you not get Nightfall on Reforged? Or I just didn't get that far.
No, you get all, you have all of them. You just created a prophecies character. So like, let me log out really quick. If I sub on YouTube, then unsub, repeat 100 times, will it I think you have to do it. There's like a time period mechanic. So if you just spam it, like sub, unsub, sub, unsub, sub, unsub, then it's not going to trigger it. But if like you unsub and then wait like, I don't know, an hour or something, and then resub, I think it'll hit that notification. Big fellow, what's up, Andrew? So like, Jammin, if I make a new character, whoops, you get the options of factions, prophecies, factions, nightfall. You chose prophecies, which I think is because Frank and I recommended that you did. But nightfall is the one that you can unlock these heroes. You got different heroes you can unlock. Bom dia, obrigado, HQ.
Okay.
Weekend goals. How you doing, Poultry Man, though, for real? What, are you considering doing that mechanic? Just to get as many notifications as going as possible. Oh, today's Augury Rock? No way. We can do a couple of these. Augury Rock is the easiest one.
Well done, sir. There are whole 1/2 of the game I never saw.
There's like a whole, like... Hey, thank you for that. I missed who that was. Thank you for that sub, whoever that was. Who was that?
Me. Oh, I'm just chilling. Been super busy trying to life again.
I would say you missed like 2/3 of the game, or even 3/4 of the game, Jammin. Finally, a worthy opponent for Uber, the doppelganger. Wait, did you, was that a McCanny notification? Dang it, I missed it. Let me rewind. Beat doppelganger with IW. Oh man, I don't know if it'll work. You're just chilling, been super busy trying to life again. Oh, you took a break from life and you're giving it another go? Well, thank you. Thank you for coming back. Oh, that was Kelly Ann. Okay, thank you for that follow, Kelly Ann. That's an interesting suggestion. Let's try it. I feel like it's not gonna work. I feel like I'm gonna get beat by my doppelganger like hardcore. Let's try it though. You ask and I shall receive. Just slapping each other with an imaginary weapon, playing make-believe together. I feel like if I had a doppelganger, we would just become best friends. Let's just try my best build. Let's just see how it goes. Let's try this out. This is one of the coolest missions in the game. What's up, Aura? Let me get my... I was farming some golden eggs yesterday, or last night, for like an hour or so, or 30, no, like less than an hour. I got like 60 or so. It was pretty quick, the Vader farms. He can't use PvE, so you gotta... Oh, you want me to not use PvE skills? I'm doing fine now that you're here, Aura. I'm doing absolutely fine. Mod says PvE only skills are okay. Drags it. Are you gonna allow me to use PvE only skills? While you're thinking, I'm gonna sell some goods. I also should pick up the quest, right? Why don't I do that first? Oh, and I missed the I think I missed the Traveler. Is he still taking wings? Screw wings? Just showing my offline support. Hey, I appreciate that offline support. Wait, what do you say? What's the nah? Nah, it's okay to use PvE skills, or nah, it's not okay to use PvE. I need a little more clarity there. What's up, Sonic Love? Let me go pick up this quest. Yeah. I don't know if nah is an answer to my question or not. I was like, you want me to use PvE skills or no? And you said nah. What does that mean? You guys, what are you doing to me? I'm gonna go crazy here. Put yourself in the shoes of my doppelganger. Let me get rid of one of these. I hate blood washes blood, so let's get rid of that one. Hate's a strong word. Guys, I'm addicted to these. This is a sponsorship. I'm addicted to these Kirkland sparkling waters. If I bring a pet, he has a pet, right? All right, let's go with the classic. Yep, this is flavored with the sweat of a grapefruit. I don't remember the last LaCroix. How do you pronounce it? Do you pronounce it LaCroix or LaCroix or LaCroix? I heard that people are often arguing about that. Yeah, Costco's freaking awesome. You know, I'd never been to Costco until I came to Korea. And then since I've been living in Korea, Costco opened up in my hometown in Texas. Here's the standard. You know what? I think Blackout. Is it LaCroix, Sonic Love? Muty. How does this person get the Korean characters at the beginning? Oh yeah, I'm stacked. I'm stacked with IW build. Are you kidding me? I need a separate IW folder, honestly. Dude, I am if you got questions about IW, I'm your man. That's why I got kind of offended and a little bit impatient with someone trying to school me on optimize IW damage. It's like, dude, I am IW. No, King of IW. What's up, Uzoth? All right, let's try this. I should go sword and shield though, because I'm not using daggers anymore. And yeah. Yeah, sword and shield would be better here. I don't think. Oh, I don't need resurrection signet, so I'll replace it with another illusion skill for the armor. Something like this for deep wound. Hey, I didn't say I'm a god. I didn't say I'm a god. I'm saying if you got any questions about IW optimization, I'm your guy. Yeah, I don't... Is obsidian armor still hard to get these days? I would say no, IME. Unless you're Melendry's Accord. Nowadays, that's a huge... That's one of the biggest flexes in the game. Also, thank you for that first time chat. It's one of the biggest flexes in the game. If you can get obsidian armor on a Melandru's Accord character, you are pretty incredible. Ah, I messed up. Let me try this again. I messed up. I messed up. You guys know what I messed up, right? Oh, okay. Well, this is my veteran character, so I don't have any badges. Melandru's Accord is the badge that makes it an Iron Man, meaning you're unable to trade with other players. So you have to farm obsidian shards and ectoplasms to get it. You can't trade for them. That's why, and ectoplasms are some of the rarest, if not the rarest, dropping item in the game or material in the game. So it means you got to find them all yourself. So that's why it's considered a big flex. You thought one Roger Spellblade was enough or too much? Well, we're about to see two of them. I wish the doppelganger, looks like you. Not just a cheap imitation. I really should have precasted IW, but it should be fine. Huh. Looks like it's very easy. Oh, is he gonna get me? Illusionary, the illusion of weakness kicked. Oh, so easy. Oh, boy, Timu IW, let's go. Did anyone doubt me? Really? Coming in hot off my Uberman challenge. I think if you guys blinked, you just missed it. You missed it, guys. There can only be one illusionary Highlander. Aren't they remaking that? Are they gonna reboot the Highlander series with what's his name? Superman? What's his name? I'm 1 silver away. What's his name, man? Can't think of it. They patched my my typical way of farming Augury Rock. Uber comes through. What's up, negative? The original way that I used to cheese Augury Rock was actually just to put Healing Breeze on your bar, because for some reason he wouldn't cast Healing Breeze, but they patched that. He now casts it. Henry Cavill. Thank you, Shame Knight. Whoops, I'm already in Bark Beach. By the way, being addicted to Pokemon Champions the last few days, it's so good. Empathy works in normal mode. You just bring PvE skills. Yeah, just bring IW. It works fine. What if you bring like a bunch of health sacrificing skills? Would he like Sacrifice himself? What's the biggest, like, health sacrifice? Blood is power is the biggest, but he needs an ally for that. Maybe, like, offering of blood. Will he just spam offering of blood if, yeah. And then, yeah, maybe this one. His auto attacks might hurt me, though. Let's try and do it without PvE skills, just for fun. Just for funsies. I don't know if he'll use Blood of the Master. Probably won't, right? I did the Insidious Parasite Enfeebling Blood strat on both of my characters yesterday. What's the connect? I know both of those skills, but what's the connection between both of them? Why do they synergize with each other? Just because they're both curses, or? Does he not use it? What up, Lich Azazel? He does little damage from weakness and heals you with his attacks and damages himself. Ah, gotcha. Okay, let's try that. So he kills himself with enfeebling blood. Doesn't do any damage. And then as long as you don't attack him, you don't heal him with Insidious Parasite. That's genius. Yeah, Lich Azazel playing some Necromancer. I need to spend more time on Necromancer, I think. Yeah, the old school way was literally just put Healing Breeze on your bar and he wouldn't use it, and then you just auto attack him to death. Or just out heal him. Oh, I see. Wow, it's super easy. Well then. Oh, you remember this one? This is a classic. This is the daily, so I'm just getting some Zaishin points here. Also, welcome in, Luigi. I don't think I greeted you. So rude of me. Who else have I done this? Who else can I do this with? Mornin'? 100 copper coins, not bad. I don't think I have it on any other character. Maybe my ranger? I don't think I've gotten to Augury Rock on... Oh, no, I have. So what's the trick with ranger? Traps? Should I go ranger trapper here? As long as I know where he doesn't use traps, then I should be okay. I could go together as one and he wouldn't be able to use it, right? Wow, I'm missing so many traps. How do I not have any traps? That's crazy. my gosh. Oh my gosh, click on the outpost. Does anyone else do that? I remember thinking that one mission with the dragon and faction was the coolest thing ever. Then I found out about raids and other MMOs. Oh man, I think it is the coolest thing ever. I still think it's cool. I don't even know if traps are gonna be good here or not. I was thinking that Stalingrad, but I'm pretty positive he uses a pet if you bring a pet. I might be wrong about that. All right, where's all the traps at? Especially in Guild Wars, because if I'm not mistaken, it's the only mission like that. Whereas in every other MMO, they have like thousands of those, so it becomes annoying. What do you mean by like that? You mean the one that has like 2 separate teams, so you have like a total of 16 players? There's 2 missions like that in factions. Right. Yeah, that's the factions one. Yeah, it's that one and Vizuna Square. There's 2 of them. Yeah, he brings a wolf, mod says. Wow, I don't think I can go trapper build here. I've got... Oh, no, there's my traps. They're right in front of me. Guys, why didn't you say anything? Then I'll bring some sort of healing skill. But I'm pretty sure he'll use Troll Unguent. But as long as I avoid his traps, it should be fine. Dude, I need 2 pairs of glasses too. You know what, Luigi? I would love to do that one of these days. I would love to try to have a scheduled 16-player Vizuna Square. That would be fun. Everyone running illusionary weaponry. Vizuna Square, or I'll type it. Let's try this. I don't think this is gonna work. Oh, that's okay. That's more fun, mod. Petway plus minions on both sides. Plus plus like the Canthan or the Tengu support player. Get 3 Tengus. By the way, has anyone gotten the Ascalonian Warhorn yet? That new pre-searing item that summons 2 Ascalonian warriors? Oh. Interrupted my traps. Haha, loser. Dang it. Oh, okay, I gotta do this. Alright, this is what I gotta... How's he hitting me through the wall? Oh, he hits me through the wall. That's not cool. I shouldn't bring a healing skill, I don't think. Yeah, let's not bring a healing skill. Because he's just going to heal himself. Also, I don't think I picked up the mission. There you go. Did not even pick up the mission, guys. All the walls in this mission are fake. A whirling defense, of course. But of course. Let's bring both of them. Probably could use throw dirt also, since I'm not going to be auto-attacking him. I could just blind him. Yeah, let's do that. Let's blind him. I'm not auto-attacking him, so it's not going to come back. It's not going to blow back in my face. Just having a bit of fun. I know I could use PvE skills, but just having a bit of fun. Build crafting and taking out our duder. Jonah gave me this Eternal Shield, by the way. Looks pretty sick, right? Jonah the Generous, exactly. What a loser! I should have used Trapper Speed still, though. We're okay. He just got Zaishin farmed. I don't think I took any damage. Yeah, I didn't see him use a single trap. We just found a new augury rock cheese. Just Zaishin farm him. He doesn't use any traps. You don't take any damage. He just goes down like a clown with a frown. Downtown.
Or was that PvP?
No, that was a mission where you have to fight a doppelganger of yourself. It's the daily mission. Just the daily mission. Did I do that normal mode? Crap! I wasn't in hard mode. That's why he was so easy. Dang it! That's why it was so easy. I was like, why do I only have 50 copper coins? I wonder if it still works in
Oh, nice.
in hard mode. Yeah. What's up, Dub? Yeah, it's Taco. It is Taco Tuesday here. You're right. I didn't see you on a second ago. All right. Well, that was disappointing. I don't think I have any other characters that can do Augury Rock. Hey, what's up, Sarima? All right, we have some choices here. We can start a new Ritualist Melandry's Accord character. I named him John Wiki. We can continue our Warrior Melandry's Accord character. We can go with our... We can do Prophecies Pre-Searing. Or we can level my Dervish. Jaziel really wants me to level my Dervish. Ow.
I haven't got volume on. I can imagine you're making an excuse about now.
I'm not making an excuse. I'm literally asking you guys what... I'm literally asking you guys. That's funny. Yeah, I know. I hate Dervish mod, but Jaziel keeps trying to cram it down my throat. He even gave me this Doom Scythe. Lich says Ritualist. Okay, so Lich Azazel says Ritualist. Jaziel says Dervish. Mod just threw up whenever he said Dervish.
Dervish, get him leveled and learn a real class.
Mod says Warrior.
Best go back to work. In a session, lol, enjoy.
Okay. Theo Jaziel. Gene Jet Gray says Ritualist. Dervish is my main. Gotta do it. Oh, that was Lantis that joined me. Yeah, I was streaming to my Discord channel and then he popped in. I thought it was a pretty good conversation, but I can understand if you were just wanting to listen to my soothing voice as you go to sleep at night. Then I can understand that would kind of having two people talking would be a dampen your vibe. So what is that? We got one warrior, we got two ritualists, one dervish. Yeah. This is a crazy scythe. Jaziel gave it to me. It looks like Ritualist is winning. Even though Jaziel is begging me. The reason why I want to play... I don't care what you play in the new dungeon. Oh, you want me to play the pre-searing dungeon? Going to sleep? I chuck it on the TV and watch like a movie. Zealous and Necro is overkill, that one. Oh, yeah. It's a little bit too much energy, right? The Soul Reaping I added fairly recently. I think Vampiric would be better on here. Or, if depending on what skills I use, maybe an Adrenaline one. Actually, I think those will conflict, right? SOS is a chill playthrough. Yeah, let's do... Sorry, Jaziel. Let's do Ritualist. Yeah, you can just literally AFK. But in my playthrough of Ritualist, I think I want to go full on Lightning rather than doing SOS. I say that now, but I might change my mind. Also, if anyone wants to join me, this is a totally chill playthrough. If anyone wants to hop on and make a factions character and we run through factions together, totally down for that. I got like 2.5 hours. See how far we can get. Why do I feel like my guy is going so fast? I feel like I got movement speed increase. No thanks. Yeah. SOS is Spirit Spammer Lich. I've just... What do you mean? What do you mean 2006? Like when factions first came out, you mean? I've just played a Ritualist to 20 to use in Deep Urgo's Underworld. It was fun and wasn't actually that bad damage compared to my non-weapon no rune. Dude, Ritualist does some crazy damage. I mean, obviously, Spirit Spammer is going to be doing the most damage, but like there are some insane spikes that you can do with the lightning builds. Oh, I need to invite a henchman to my party. ST Spirit Spammer is so boring, though. Much better to have a hero run it. Yeah, one of the reasons why I wanted to do it is because I feel bad when I do build wars. I feel bad making someone else do it all the time, and I'm always playing Mesmer, which is so fun. Yep, this is an MA. This is John Wiki. I don't think I'm going to make any new characters that aren't MA. The Dervish, the reason he's not MA is because I made him before the MA badge came out. ST in hard mode Pugs is fun. Yeah, I mean, you feel really essential, right, Drexit? Dude, Sarima, I had a blast on my Mesmer playthrough. I think it was the most fun I had playing through Guild Wars. The reason why the Mesmer playthrough is so fun is because Mesmer has so many good so many good skills and so many good elite skills. So I really enjoyed like capping an elite skill and then making a build around it. Some are going to be better than others, but I mean generally you can't really go wrong with the Mesmer skills. So it felt really satisfying. I'm thinking of doing MA after reaching Guam on normal mode, but I have no idea which profession to play. A lot of people recommend Warrior average viewer because one of the cool things about MA is that equipment is more the drops that come off that you get on MA are going to be really valuable, and Warrior needs the most drops, if that makes sense. So you get a lot of satisfaction on like an awesome sword drop or an awesome shield drop. So it's pretty satisfying. And then it feels even better whenever you get the armor. So for the sheer reason that warriors need the drops more than anyone, that's why I would probably recommend Warrior as your MA 10. Mesmer is good. I really love damage over time and debuff, so Mesmer is always one of my favorites. Mesmer can do it all now, Lich. I know it's been a while since you played it, but Mesmer can do everything. It can do damage over time. It can do debuffs. It can do nukes, AoE nukes. It's insane. Uber, do the first step of every secondary quest. It's like 7,000. Yep. That's the best idea. Mesmer is probably my favorite, but I'm falling in love with Warrior again after my MA. Me and Pazuzu, that was most... Oh, whenever we did that dungeon, Drexit, you guys were in the voice chat. You were saying that you guys were having a... What was that, Slaver's Exile? Is that what that was? That was a blast. I was just chilling, chatting away. I got like 6 shields, 5 axes, 5 swords, 2 hammers, and pre, and I really hate to get warrior weapon. Man, really? Getting the new... Ooh, golden egg. First drop of the character is a golden egg. Well, how about that? Yeah, the most fun and the most sweat. Yeah, that was a blast, man. Whoops. I didn't know you start off with Union. You get some good skills right off the bat for Ritualists. I don't know why you don't like the warrior drops. Getting a cool warrior skin is freaking satisfying. Hey, Maxie. Nice chatting with you earlier today while I was at work. You have to do the primary quests, these primary quests first, right? Before you get access to the secondary quest, McCanny. Working and lurking. Get some coffee too while you're at it, Maxie. Man, that's a shock, Lime. Oh, what should my secondary be? I was thinking Necromancer for my Ritualists. Either Necromancer or Ellie. Or Assassin, Mesmer, Ranger, Monk, Warrior. Those are the ones I was kind of thinking of. But yeah, I was thinking about going Necromancer for possibly getting some high HP minions for fun. Or Elementalist because I'm going lightning damage, so... What are you guys thinking? The Ritualist is kind of funny because if you don't go any spirits, the spawning power is kind of useless, isn't it? Unless you use weapon skills, never mind.
damn, this new game has really got you locked in.
Yeah, man, I'm addicted to this brand new game. Anniversary celebration next week. Yep, 21 years. This game is going to be 21 years old next week. Yeah, you should decide quickly so you can start getting those anniversary weapons. Yeah, you do primary step 1 and 2, then the secondary, take all the quests from Togo except for rewards for 50 each, and then do the first step for all 1000k. Only do second step for the ones you pick. Drexa says Ellie. McKenny says Monk for farming. I don't do a whole lot of farming these days. Yo, Uber, hope you're good.
Sir. How was dinner?
It was nice. A light little chicken and rice with some carrots and onions. I might do some early farming though, so I can. Oh my gosh! I almost lost my Doom's Covenant right off the bat. Oh, I'm heals. That's why.
Very nice. I approve. Lol.
Golly, this guy's whooping me. Can you guys like do some damage? Jeez. It's MA. Gonna need to farm some. Yeah, you're right. I've done virtually no farming on my Paragon though. Should have brought a monk, I think. Approve, you approve Smithology. Appreciate that. Got Smithology's approval. Yeah, that was a cool that streamer Bruce. I didn't know how to say his name. Bruce, the streamer you recommended. That was a cool time, chill time. Yep, this is MA, Doom's Covenant, and Reforged mode. Captain, dude, you said it. Guild Wars 1 is all-time nostalgic and, to be honest, best game in the world. Best game ever made. I do not disagree.
Yeah, he is really cool, very chilled guy. Thank you again for popping in.
Yeah, then Maxie dropped that message, and then I was sitting down to eat dinner right as she sent that. So I was like, okay, I'll hang out with Smithy and Maxie. Why not? Kind of rushing through this. Trying to see how far we can get in factions before time's up. Oh, why did I go communing? Communing is spirit. I wanted to go channeling. That's fine.
Appreciate it very, very much.
Wow, Space Monkey's here. Hey, Space Monkey. What's your favorite profession, Captain? Captain 14NS Sector 88. Should probably put Brutal Weapon on the Deadly Henchman, right? Okay, now we get to start the secondary quests. We're speed running this. Let me change. I don't want to go commuting. I want to go channeling. Even though I have one channeling spell. Is Guild Wars 1 Prophecies, Factions, Nightfall, Eye of the North. 2 is Age of Empires 1 and 2. 3 is the Battle of Middle Earth. Is the Battle of Middle Earth the strategy game? I think I played the crap out of that game, dude. That's that strategy game, isn't it? Yeah, dude, I played that so much. They made a second one that I never got to try. Hey, Pre-Searing's here. What's up, man? Yeah, you were here. You were here when John Wiki was suggested. Yeah, I couldn't pass it up. I made this character for 2 weeks ago, and I'm just now playing him. By the way, if anyone wants to hop in and play factions with me on an MA character or something, the invite is there. Let's start. I'm sure there's like a, what do you call it? A order, like most efficient order to doing all these secondary professions. But I wonder what it is. What is the trick? Yeah, Necromancer or Ellie definitely seem fun. I'm gonna go Ellie though for the lightning damage. I'll go air. I'll go air and channeling. Somehow though, Ritualist Assassin sounds like a cool combo. I don't know if it would be viable though. Your internet sucks. It sucks too much for Guild Wars 1? That's intense, man. All right, let's just go down the list. We'll start with Jinzo. He is a assassin. And I don't think I'm going to go healing anymore. I forgot I'm Doom's Covenant, so I need to live. I think most of my damage is going to come from spamming Spirit Rift. Yeah, we'll just go down the list. It'll be simpler. Man, battle for Middle Earth though, or the Battle of Middle Earth. That just brought back some memories, man. Such a good game. Very unique. Don't start questioning my build, Tarheel. These are the only skills I have available. I didn't take anything off. Come on, man. I'm level 4. I just hit level 4. Oh, I guess we'll start with Sujin since we're here. There's no way you're like criticizing the first skills that you get in the game. Come on, I'm not using them. I can easily take them off my bar. Even though I have fiber optic internet, the internet in Germany isn't exactly great. If I had better internet, we would have a guild together and I would play with you all day long for real. Dang. Just your fiber optic internet, German internet is holding your back, man. No, I don't want chat to explode that much. I've got a pre-character. Yeah, I'm level 17 in pre-searing my LDoA. I made my pre-character before. Where's the other rabbit trap? I made my pre-character before Mellinger's Accord came out. And I didn't feel like grinding. Where's the other cage? Huh? One. Is this not it? Oh, there it is. Okay. Yeah, I just hit level 17 on my LDoA Elementalist. It got a little bit more fun because of the hero. Should have the res sig as an option too. All right. I'll tell you what. Next time I go to town, I'm going to make the most optimized level 4 build you've ever seen. With a whopping 5 attribute points. That should be all of them. How come it's not updated? There it is. Okay. Yeah, you do both of the secondary quests, right? For the secondary for your secondary profession. Indeed, the weird thing is that I can watch your live stream or I can watch movies, no problem at all, until it's led to gaming. Even mobile games are not working. It's not. So it has something to do with your upload and download speed. Obviously, your download speed is fine. But games are not that taxing. Online games are not that taxing on oh, it's a level 9. On upload speed, I don't think. That's like in Texas at my parents' house. Ooh, we got a rune. Heck yes. For some reason, I can play games, online games, okay, at my parents' house in Texas. But then as soon as I try to stream from Texas, it does not work. It's impossible. That's what I'm thinking, D3. It's really surprising. You have fiber optic internet, but you can't play any games. It sounds like you need to talk to your internet provider. They're doing some weird kind of throttling. It's not even throttling. It's just some sort of weird unnatural limitation they're putting on you. Could be the wiring in the house, Lich Azazel says. Should have picked Devona before they only made her for reforged characters. Oh well. Guess I only have her on my main. You can always forgive. You can always put on the reforged badge. Any character can be reforged if you want it to be. On my Mesmer, I'm choosing not to use the reforged badge because they said they're gonna release a veteran badge, so I don't want to put it on my Mesmer yet. I want to keep them vanilla. Yeah, your landlord is doing some funky things with your internet. Absolutely. The one you pick. D3 only Wi-Fi. I haven't access to wire internet. Oh, interesting. Yeah, once you get access to your wire internet, then you should be fine. It's surprising that not even Wi-Fi is fast, though. Wi-Fi should be fast enough for Guild Wars 2. Yeah. Wait, so McKenny, if I do this second quest, then I have to take Ranger? I don't think so. I think you can do the first and second quest for each of your secondary classes, and then you get the option to finally choose a secondary at the Xingje Monastery from Togo later. Yeah, something fishy going on, Captain. You gotta talk to someone or change some sort of hardware, I think. Honestly, I shouldn't do this yet. I should have done all of these first, because now we're suddenly in a very high level area. I've got a level 1 pre-warrior with a level 5 Devona. Getting carried, Snograt. Getting carried by Devona. I wouldn't mind getting carried by Devona. Oh yeah, I'm about to get blown up here, Lich. I'm not going to be too upset if I lose my Doom's Covenant, to be honest. I don't need every character to be a Doom's Covenant. Yeah, the Onis, they'll pop up and own you. That's why they're called Onis. Could be a NAT issue if it's related to multiplayer gaming. I'm not sure what NAT means. I think this is an armor trader. Yep. Oh, I'm supposed to take Flame Trap here, because it's teaching you to wait for him and place a trap. But instead of that, I'm gonna nuke him with some Painful Bond. Yep, this is a Melindry's Accord Doom's Covenant Reforged character. Yeah, so this is the quest that will, if I turn this one into Togo, I think he'll make me a ranger. Let me double check. I'm not going to become a ranger, but I'm just going to check to see if that's the thing. All right, let's make this incredible build so Tarhill will approve of it. Ultimate efficiency at level 4 or uninstall. Unacceptable. Oh no, I can turn this one in too. And then if I want to take Ranger, then I can talk to him. So you get a bunch of experience if you do all these. Xingje is such a cool vibe. I freaking love factions, man. It's probably what influenced me to want to come live in Korea, actually. I mean, this is pretty much what I see every day in Korea. This looks, if I look outside my window, this is what I see in South. That's not true. It's not true at all. So if I'm going channeling, look at this, fully optimized channeling build here. What RIT skills can be bought? I don't think there's a skill trainer here yet. Oh yeah, there is. But I'm gonna get skills pretty soon from the what do you call it? The training section. But I can get ooh, yeah, Blood Song's nice. Spirit Boon Strike. The sewers near Matu Keep is what I see in Manila. Oh, dang. Thick bird. I'm heading back to Korea on November. It's very nice. Let's go, Shame Night. That's awesome. Yeah, these two are really good. I'm going to get both of them, actually, Tar Heel. And I might even get that spawning power one. Now we're cooking. We got a self-heal. I feel like Boon of Creations should trigger on weapon spells too. Okay, same. And I usually see this one getting criticized as the worst of the four and claims of it being rushed. That is the never-ending discussion. What chapter is your favorite? I think it is often the one you started playing in. I have mixed feelings, Patch Up. I think if I had to pick one, I would pick Prophecies, but just because Prophecies is my favorite doesn't mean I don't absolutely love playing Factions, so. No. Sorry. Boon of Creation. Oh, I didn't even notice the 45 seconds. Hey, thank you for that Twitch follow. IGNL. Channeling is an excellent line. Yeah, I'm going to have fun with channeling. Are you going back to Korea, Shame Night, because of work, I'm guessing? Xingjae is a vibe, but Caning Undercity is not so, yeah. Yep, Melon can buy from a trader. D3. I spent some time in WoW. I did 2 tours in WoW. Talking about like I served or something. Visiting your in-laws. They live down in Iksan. Wow. Countryside. I've never been to Iksan, but I have a lot of students from there, and I heard it's very nice. Oh, no. You can buy skills from the trainer, D3. You cannot buy runes. Sorry, I misread. I misinterpreted your message. Yeah, mod is correct. Yeah, no runes. Oh, but you did remind me. I got a rune here. Craziest starts just when I start the chat. Yeah, Twitch. That might be some sort of plan to try and get you committed to join in. But what I said earlier, Patch Up, to your comment was just, I think if I had to pick my favorite, I would choose Prophecies as my favorite campaign. But it doesn't mean that I don't absolutely love Factions. Factions is just awesome. I like switching between them. Blessed Oni Shroud. You know what? That's not a bad one. Blessed Oni Shroud, not bad. And I'm going to buy a couple keys. It might be a controversial choice, but I'm going to do it. Maybe get some runes, early runes or weapons. Prophecies just has so many beautiful zones. Yeah. There's a lot of, there's a lot more diversity, I would say, in the zones of Prophecies. Prophecies is almost, some of the zones are too big with a lot of dead space sometimes. But yeah, I agree. Prophecies, it really feels like you go on an adventure around the whole world. All right, let's go out this way. Oh, no, it's better to go outside to Sume. Factions has better soundtrack. Changed my mind. Ooh, that's a tough choice. Some of Faction is great. I think the Faction soundtrack fits the mood, but Eye of the North has the best soundtrack in my mind. Eye of the North has full symphonies, super epic music. Yeah, I like the explorable aspect mod, but I just wish there were more things to do in that space. That's right, Tar Heel. Prophecies is the best to start in terms of having a bunch of skills ready for heroes. So much running around D3 exactly. Slash air slash assassin, you can get a speed boost. Yeah, that's a good one. Hey, what's up, Shadow Raptor? Yeah, I'm just chilling on a new character. I was gonna see if anyone else wanted to jump on and play through factions with me, but it's kind of it's kind of just chilling today. Not a new character. This is classic Roger Spellblade. Neko! Yeah, we're doing some gaming today. I started playing almost when it came out, and Prophecies was it. The whole concept of the searing was inventive. WoW did it for years later. The story was great. We traveled through all those pretty lands with the enemy behind us and new one ahead, trying to find a new home. Perfectly described. Yeah, searing really surprised people, I think. No, I didn't get a good drop. I don't even remember what I got. But I only did it once. Yeah, that was a really well written letter of appreciation. I also started when it was just Prophecies. And then I had a friend who joined the game and he only bought factions and I thought he was insane. I was like, "What are you doing? You got to get Prophecies." Oh, but to answer your question, Andrew, about WoW, I think I first started WoW when either Burning Crusade came out or Wrath of the Lich King had just come out. And I played for a couple months and then I got busy with school. And then I tried again later and played for longer after Cataclysm came out. And I played Cataclysm for quite a while. Warrior secondary always works for balance, stance, and the shield. Can later change secondary profession with more experience. My most recent character is a pre-searing character. I have been offline for months. I think I am 2 levels to go to 20. Yeah, you're at the last stretch. I think once you get past level 16, it's a much more it's a little bit more enjoyable at the end. Guild Wars versus WoW. They're honestly too different. I think the edge will go to one or the other depending. It totally depends on if you want to play a true MMO or a deck builder, and if you are willing to play subscription fee or not. But yeah, to answer the question, I would choose Guild Wars. Obviously, I chose Guild Wars. But I had fun. I had fun with WoW for a little bit. WoW was kind of cool because, you know, even sometimes when I was super into Guild Wars, there were some times where I was like, man, I just want to have like a super powerful character that I just grind on and I, you know, get up to level 100 or whatever, get epic armor and just can solo enemies and stuff. Like that was pretty cool. Let's just do these first quests really quick. Yeah, I just remember Guild Wars really when it came out, I had played a little bit. Dude, I just did 118 damage to him. Is that because he had Frenzy or something? That was insane. I had played a little bit of Star Wars Galaxies on my brother's account, and then he stopped paying for it, so I was like, oh, I can't play any MMOs now. And then Guild Wars came out with no subscription fee, and I was like, I gotta get this game. no subscription fee MMO. It was. I know everyone says it's not an MMO, but I clearly remember it being marketed as an MMO at the time. Maybe it's a Mandela effect or something, but I very clearly remember thinking of it as an MMO. I played WoW after Guild Wars 1. They are so different, but WoW had an addictive aspect to it that I broke, and now I won't touch it. Yet I play other online MMOs with no problem. Yeah, I saw WoW ruin relationships when it first came out. It was so addicting. I don't think people were ready for it. People were not prepared for it. I think nowadays, I don't know. Maybe do you guys have an opinion on it? It seems to me that people are less addicted to MMOs, at least in a dangerous way, how they used to be when in the WoW early days. Like I would say when WoW came out, like it was a dangerous level of addiction for some people. I go with Guild Wars 2. Do you have a DC server for the community? Yeah, I do. I don't usually advertise it, and I only post it whenever people are curious about it. But here you go. I think Guild Wars was considered an MMO before the genre became more refined to being more like Warcraft. I heard Star Wars The Old Republic is great. Yeah, when Star Wars The Old Republic came out, it was either right, I think it was shortly after Cataclysm, and some of my friends who were addicted to WoW were crazy excited for it, and they were saying, "This is gonna kill WoW. It's the WoW killer." The only game I would ever switch away from WoW is if it was Star Wars related. And then I don't know what they did with Star Wars: The Old Republic when it first came out, but I feel like it kind of flopped, didn't it? And then I think the hardcore fans stayed, and then I think it got better over time. I think LOL is an MMO too. League of Legends is an MMO. The WoW killer copium. The true WoW killer is WoW. That's a great take, Zaylard. There's one is an online game that plays like a real-time tactical game. I think you're right about that, Shame Knight. I think originally it was marketed as an MMO, but then as the definition of MMO RPG became more clear, it no longer fits the definition. But at the time, I think any game that was an RPG that was online with playing with other players, I think you considered it an MMO. Thank you, just joined the server. I'm glad to find some new Guild Wars community. Yeah, I hope you enjoy it, Captain. Yes, I remember the South Park episode of WoW. I watched that episode before I knew anything about WoW. I just knew about it from what my friends told me. And I never even watched South Park until that episode. That was so funny. Once you get to level 20, a single offense weapon on the bar is manageable for combat. I do remember back in the day arguing that Guild Wars wasn't an MMO and it was a co-op online RPG. Yeah, I'm fine with it not being considered an MMO now. But at the time, I mean, because that was the whole reason I bought it, is because I wanted to play an MMO that had no subscription fee. And then it was marketed as that. Like that was on the box. No subscription fees. So it's almost like if it was not an MMO, then there would be there's nothing impressive about it not having subscription fees. So maybe that's why it was considered an MMO, or people remember it being considered an MMO. Because, if it's not an MMO, and then of course it shouldn't have subscription fees, right? I'm just kind of running around. I'm not being efficient at all here. I didn't know online gaming was a thing until South Park episode. After that, I wanted to buy WoW, but when I found out you had to pay monthly, I knew I couldn't get my mom to pay it, so I got Guild Wars. Yeah, that's such a classic. Such a classic, you know, way turn of events. What am I trying to say? It's a classic route that people went to get into Guild Wars. Want to play WoW, subscription fees, get Guild Wars. Dude, we're doing some crazy damage, I think. Not sure, honestly. I know people play it as a yeah, I think the Old Republic, I think it got some updates. It randomly gets updates still negative. And it has it's like 100% free to play, but then there's like perks for spending some money on it. I think they monetized it pretty well. As I mentioned earlier, I think the definitions became more strict after time, but not when both were new. The creator of Ultimate Online made up the term MMO. Richard Garrett, is that his name? Dude, I wanted to get into Ultimate Online so bad. My brother's friend played it. I used to watch him play it all the time. And then I tried to play it recently, and it's honestly kind of unplayable with the way that the UI works. The Ultima Online UI is just, wow. It's something special. Star Wars is still going and updated. It is free, but so much locked. Oh, it is? There is a lot locked behind the paywall? I spent a little time playing that. I don't think I got that far. I thought it was kind of unique with the way that, I don't know if you still can, but I think you got heroes in it, similar to Guild Wars, right? You had some like NPC henchmen. You know, I think No Man's Sky is kind of technically an MMO. Oh, I didn't know you could see other players in No Man's Sky. People still play Ultima Online, and of course not Richard Garrett's game anymore. He sold it decades ago. Yeah, there's like there's two different ones, right? There's like a free private server. Something like that. Some of my older friends said their first MMO was some game on Phantasy Star Online. Dude, that game was so ahead of its time. Yeah, that was even considered an MMO. I have that. I have that on my PC. They have it's called Blue Burst. It's free to play. It works well. Yeah, no. But yeah, Blue Burst. I have it on my PC. I play it sometimes. That game was so ahead of its time. It's incredibly rare, but it's possible. In 300 hours, I've randomly run into another player in the system exactly one time. Whoa, that's crazy negative. I didn't realize it was that big. Dreamcast had internet. Yes. It had a microphone. It had a keyboard and mouse attachments. I might be making up the microphone part, but I might not be. Dreamcast was an incredible system, dude. But as soon as it came out, the Sega CEO, I think, died. And then, yeah, they didn't transfer. They were not ready to take over the direction of the company, I think, after he died. I never had a Dreamcast, but I remember the PS2, you needed a bunch of external hardware to get on the internet. Yeah. Dreamcast was all it was all ready to go online. I think Dreamcast going online was around that time where still people were still kind of hesitant and dismissive about the potential of what you were going to be capable of doing on the internet. Because I remember back in the day, if you wanted to play multiplayer online games, you had to use direct, like TCP. What is it? The IP. You needed to connect directly through the modem. Like I remember playing Red Alert, Command and Conquer Red Alert with my friend, and you had to call his computer through the modem, and it made those horrible noises. And Quake 2. Mostly multiplayer gaming on PC were done at LAN parties. Bring your whole computer tower over to your friend's house. Rit Necro is a funny class because you got your ghosts and some flesh beasts which can summon, and then you got an army of ghosts and monsters. That's fun to watch. Yeah, Necro. I'm kind of tempted to go Necro, but I'm also planning on having fun with using all lightning skills. So I'm really not going to be using my secondary class very much, I don't think, but Necromancer or Elementalist should be good. My early memories of the internet, other than my parents yelling at me that they needed to use the phone, was getting AOL CDs in the mail for child. Yeah, I remember those CDs. It was excellent. I faintly remember from my childhood how strong Minion Masters were and waiting outside the Alposaurus furnace, but meta was way different back then and no AoE scattering. Yeah, um, I remember Minion Masters not really becoming super powerful meta until factions with the Flesh Golem. And I remember even like in Tanakai Temple, people looking for group need MM, need Minion Master. And once you got a Minion Master, it was like easy mode. Oh yes, online was through platforms like AOL, unless you knew what you were doing. I remember connecting to bulletin boards. Yep. I never used the bulletin boards. I only used it occasion. I only got on the computer for gaming back then. My dad had a DOS. I remember playing Doom when I was like 4 or 5 years old. Should not have been playing that game, but yeah, he had a DOS computer. There was no like, it's not like Windows. It was all through command prompt. You had to load up the software that way. Rit Necro with Necrosis. Yeah, Tar Heel's a big Necrosis fan. Me too. It's a great skill. That's so true, Patch Up. Loading pictures took forever. I'm older than you, I think. Yes, you had to know how to use the connection. Yeah. My older brother is the one who, well, my dad was always super tech savvy, and then my older brother is the one who figured out how to connect like through IP address and stuff. So, I wasn't I wasn't super knowledgeable, but I still benefited from, my brother and my dad knowing about how to use that stuff. In No Man's Sky, there are about 1.5 trillion navigable star systems in a galaxy with about 4 to 6 planets and moons each. What? I heard that game got really good recently. Like you could design your own ships now. I'm gonna have to wishlist that game. What's up, Akenius? Premium. I'm not a big snacker. Korea has some really great snacks, but I'm not really much of a snacker. So technically in the game there are roughly 6 plus sextillion, hey yo, explorable planets. That's amazing. And is it pretty satisfying to explore, or does it get kind of monotonous after a while? Like are the planets, do they feel very different, and does it feel like you're exploring different planets? Heads up Uber. Legal. What is that? Okay. Thank you. Oh. Good morning, Bucket of. 3 p.m. time for breakfast. Perfect time for breakfast. 3 p.m. where you're at. And the game is smaller than 30 gigabytes. Dude. That alone might get me to buy it. Games these days are so massive. Oops. Games these days are just too big. What was that? Headphones, be careful. Careful, it's gonna get loud. I'm sorry. Yo, thank you for that sub, AIDS Major. I'm so sorry for the loud noise. I keep telling myself I'm gonna go through and lower the volume on that notification. What an age where we're at under 30 gigabytes is the selling point. Central Europe time is 3 p.m. Okay. 11 p.m. where you're at, Shame Night. So what, are you in like Australia or New Zealand or something? I decided to run my first MA character intros Paragon to play alongside your video, so it's been super fun. Dude, that's awesome. I was hoping my videos would work that way. I kind of, those playthroughs, I kind of got inspired from Llama SC, the Diablo 2 streamer. He made those like play-alongs, and I did that once with his Amazon, and it was really fun. That was my goal for making the series with my Paragon. Australia, yeah. You guys got so many time zones down there. Get Renewing Surge and Lamentation when first available. Okay, I'll do that. Crop Thieves. I wonder if Hammer Ritualist would be any fun. How many people would unsub from me if I ran a Hammer Ritualist? I think that would be... People give me a break for running illusionary weaponry, but if I ran Hammer Ritualist, I would ask you to unsub from me. That's too far. Dude, Spirit Rift and Spirit Boon Strike. Really nice spiking. Tar Heel's sending me a Ritualist skill, a Ritualist build. That looks fun. Australia, Emo War. Not Emo, Emu. They had that Emu War, right? The giant birds. Now you gotta do it for the meme. Wait, you can have folders in your save templates? I didn't know. Yeah, I started doing it recently. You can't do it from the game. You have to go into your Guild Wars template folders in the game folders in your Windows Manager. Yeah, that's a nice looking build. Emo emus. Now, emo emus, that sounds like a black moa bird. This is the kind of humor only Guild Wars fans can appreciate. I'll put a little communing in there for Painful Bond. I think there's another quest I can do here. Manaku. Su. I could do Su. A Necromancer. Yeah, I'm still working on organizing them though. Like I got my Mesmer pretty well organized. I separated each profession. I separated by each profession, and then inside each profession I made folders for farming, hero, PvE, these are the player builds, and then PvP. Obviously I played mostly Mesmer, so these are pretty full. Whoops. I need to make a secondary one just for illusionary weaponry though. What is a hero? So a hero is an NPC character. These 3 people following me are not heroes. These are henchmen, meaning I cannot control them. I can't choose what weapon they're using. I can't choose what armor they're using. But heroes, yep, from Nightfall, you got it. The memory is refreshed. We have punk emus called Dude, cassowaries. I used to be obsessed with cassowaries when I was little. I thought they were the coolest, like one of the coolest animals in the world. They're so scary. If you know what's going on, it's fine. Once you're familiar with the generational templates, it can seem repetitive unless you know exactly what you're looking. Oh, on No Man's Sky. Yeah, you probably need objectives in that game, and then you can appreciate the exploration maybe. I never got the anniversary Writ skill for my Writ, but I have had the idea to try full Minion Bomber or full Beastmaster build with the skill. Yeah, the Weapon of 3 Forges. That's a lot of fun, I heard. I've never played it either. Oh dear. Ooh, Bloodsong's only 5 energy. I kind of like these lightning skills. Kind of fun. It feels like I'm playing Elementalist a little bit. Yeah, I think you're right, AIDS Major. I think Ritualist has a lot of variable playstyles, but because it has you know, 2 or 3 super meta builds, they don't really get allowed to play anything other than those. I'm talking like Signet of Spirits or Soul Twisting. A lot of the classes suffer from that. I mean, pretty much every class suffers from that. Each class has 1 or 2 really powerful builds, and you can't really stray if you're wanting to do the elite of the elite areas and playing with other players. That did remind me that I was in a guild called Hero. I forget it had a full name, but it was a pretty big guild and said they invented hero faction farming or something like I wonder what that was, what that's about. Probably hero faction farming in Luxon or Kurzik, the Kurzik missions. Red can go melee with spirit strength. Yeah, that's a fun build. That's a fun skill. Drexit was using a spirit strength assassin. It looked tons of fun. All right, I'm getting destroyed here. I'm under level, I guess, or there's just too many of them. No, we're okay. Foul Feast coming in clutch there. Almost died. Any advice from my first Reforged login? I suppose I need to download something somewhere as a veteran with all chapters, DLC, extras on one account. So if you have a Guild Wars 1 account, you automatically have Reforged. So just install or download Guild Wars, the launcher, however you had it or did it before, and then just log in with your account and you have Reforged. If you purchase DLC such as Eye of the North or the bonus mission pack, then you automatically or you don't automatically, but you will have those on your Reforged account as well. Ooh. Shamans. Hey, that's kind of good for us, even though I'm not planning to run a lot of spirits. Average viewer, I think he's not. I think Patch Up isn't talking about Reforged character. I think he's talking about Guild Wars Reforged the game. But if you are talking about the Reforged badge, yeah, you just tick a box at the character creation. Maybe I misunderstood. Maybe that is what you're talking about. My bad. Oh, you might be right, Tar Heel, because of because stealing health. Well, yeah, I don't know. It says attacks by the spirit steal up to 13 health. So if this counts as an attack that hits, then it should trigger Painful Bond. Let's test this. I'm not gonna be able to test this. I'm gonna have to test this some other time. You might be right about that, Tar Heel. Dude's pushing sales. Make him ArenaNet partner. Oh. Honey. Well, both answers help, but I'm talking first setup of old characters. I imagine I'll eventually want to try new characters. Okay. But actually, yeah, I'll show you guys in a second. Even if you have an old character, you can turn on the Reforged mode for this Reforged badge. You tick it at character creation, but Reforged badge can be turned on and off at a major city. Yeah, Painful Bond is kind of a gimmick. It's really only good for farming or the arenas. It used to be average viewer. It used to be for only new characters, and then they added a special feature. Whoops. I didn't want to attack them if I didn't have to. They added a special feature where you can turn the badge on and off. Basically, Lich Azazel is the Reforged badge. If you make a Prophecies character in pre-searing, you'll have access to some exclusive Reforged quests. But and it also increases the amount of experience you get from enemies that you kill. And I might be wrong, but I think it increases gold drop. I might be making that up. It also caps the price of skills at only 500 max gold. It used to be 1,000 gold max for skills at the trainer. So it's really not a big deal for non-prophecies characters, but it's still in the alpha stage. So what they're going to be doing is slowly they are releasing content like dungeons and quests that are exclusive for Reforged mode now. But I think later on, they will just be in the base game. I don't think there's going to be a Reforged badge later on. I think. I see you've got a ton of mods, which is lovely. Otherwise, I would have asked you for becoming a mod. I have a ton of mods? Like, what do you mean? Like Discord mods? Or what are you talking about? What kind of mods? I know most SOS bars have Painful Bond and Bloodsong. Actually, I tested that Uber. It halves skill cost and cap. All three of those skills are in channeling. I just don't like Painful Bond since I can't control whose spirits attack. Oh, here on YouTube in the stream. Yeah, I have I do have a couple mods here. Yeah, I don't mind making people mods. Generally, people who I've made mod, you know, this is a pretty chill stream. I don't have any like toxic people that need taken care of. On Twitch and Kick, I'll get bots occasionally. So yeah, but on YouTube it's pretty chill. Negative is my main man for modding on YouTube. Yeah, Hex. Yeah, the Painful Bond Hex is AoE, which is nice. I wish the duration was longer. You can a little, not 100%, but use range and targeting. Yeah, you can kind of, depending on the positioning, you can kind of set up who they attack, right? We'll go back here. You stream on YouTube, Twitch, and Kick. I stream on YouTube, Twitch, and Kick. I don't know what I'm not sure what the Microsoft one is. I don't know. What's the Microsoft one? I don't think Kick is Microsoft one, is it? Oh, is it? I didn't know that. Yeah, back off. Negative. They said they want to do the veteran badge. Exactly, AIDS Majir. That's why I'm choosing not to go reforge on my main Mesmer, because I want that veteran badge, I think. I'm not sure what it's gonna mean or what it's gonna do, but I think it's kind of cool, maybe. Veteran badge will just be a flex that your skills cost more and your henchmen suck. Possibly. You thought Kick? No, Kick is doing pretty well. They added a partner program. They don't have ads, donations and stuff. Streamers get like 90, almost like 95% of the money from direct subs. And there's no ads. So there's a lot of positives on Kick. It's a little bit underpopulated compared to Twitch and YouTube, I think. The main reason I started on Kick is because Twitch is not really supported well in South Korea, actually. There were a lot of issues with the way... Oh my gosh. I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm not dead. I'm alive. I'm thriving. What did I get down to there? Was I like at 11 health or something? Woo-wee. Yeah, I did a lot of SOS back in the day. Painful Bond is huge. I mean, yeah, it's like free damage. Yep, Zaylor, that's 100% true. Asmongold streams on Kick, and he makes crazy money. I don't know if he still does, because apparently they reduced the money on Twitch. I mean, on Kick. The big streamer Soda Pop, I think, was the big Kick marketing ploy. And XQC was on Kick for a little bit. I don't know if he still is. There's some big streamers on Kick. A lot of IRL streamers switched to Kick. Yep, I live in Korea. 안녕하세요. 한국 사람 아니지만 한국에 살고 있어요. Yeah, Captain Uber is Kim Jong-un. Don't you see through a semblance? Kim Jong-un isn't even in South Korea. Oh, but yeah, to be fair, Captain did say Korea. He didn't specify. Jeez. All right, we're going to go over the Kenya province. Kim Jong-un wishes he was in South Korea? I don't think so. He's like a god in North Korea, right? I mainly use Twitch because it supports a lot of integration. That's absolutely true, Lich. Yeah, a lot of integration stuff on Twitch. technically Kick is still it's not even in I think it's still in beta stages technically. I thought Asmon was permanently banned a year ago. I don't really follow much. Maybe he was banned on Twitch, but he's not banned on Kick, that's for sure. He's not banned on I think he exclusively streams on Kick now. I went to a PC bong and found out the hard way I can't really play online games over there without a Korean. Yeah, you need a citizenship ID. Even to play League of Legends, if you wanna have a League of Legends account, you have to register your basically social security number. All right, gotta work. Glad to leave you with that one as my last check. Thanks, McCanny. Have a good day at work, buddy. North Korea, South Korea. It's Korea in my eyes. Yeah, I mean, I just say Korea because obviously I don't mean North Korea. It's not called SK pop. It's called K-pop. I started with Twitch, and even though I use YouTube, I just stick with Twitch. I'm old and lazy. I think all the platforms, because there's multiple platforms and multiple ways to stream, there's lots of pros and cons to all of them. I think there's a lot of healthy competition between them, so you can't really definitively say, hey, thank you, Patch Up. Thank you for that follow. You can't really definitively say one platform is better than the other. I'm glad you have a little fuss over than the occasional bots. Beep, boop. Yeah, not many bots today. I'm having a good day. He was handed a 7-day ban or something for some stupid comment. He wasn't permanently banned on Twitch. He had a week ban for saying he doesn't care about Palestine. He still mainly streams on Twitch. Oh, he does stream on Twitch. Okay. Carolina, like Carolina means North Carolina. Is that true? Is that true, Tar Heel? When people say Carolina, are they generally talking about North Carolina? I think you're right about that. North Carolina is definitely the, like, more... Whoa, that was some damage. It's definitely the more well-known as far as what comes out of North Carolina. It's like the past where Germany was divided in West Germany and the DDR. It's just Germany. Well, it's Germany now, but North and South Korea are still divided. I can definitively say streaming on Twitch is better than YouTube, and VODs on YouTube is significantly better than Twitch. Yep, that's a good summary, Zaylard. I like that YouTube, I can save all my VODs. I can post shorts. I can edit and upload individual clips. YouTube has been amazing for growing, I think. Twitch feels like an empty ocean where there's millions of fish in the ocean, but it's just empty. It's like, where are they? But YouTube actually actively, once you start making content consistently on YouTube, you get kind of frustrated with the algorithm because it's like, why doesn't the algorithm just push my content? But then once it does start pushing your content, you realize, oh, the algorithm is actually like working for me. So it's kind of double-edged in a way. Yeah, YouTube F's you so easily. Yeah. It's double-edged because it's like, okay, if people are swiping past you, then okay, people hate you. They don't want to watch you. But if you make some stuff that people are starting to like catch on, then it will try to find people who will like your content. It's kind of cool. Kind of crazy, kind of cool. Kind of sucks. It's kind of awesome. That's the best way to say it. I like that I can find a user's video regardless if it was up. Exactly. I mean, I'm starting to get people to find videos that I uploaded 2 years ago. It's kind of cool. If I find a streamer video that was streamed on, say, 2018, it's so hard to go back that far. It's stupid. On Twitch, yeah. So on Twitch for me in Korea, I can't upload any clips or any VODs on Twitch. Twitch last year started deleting VOD highlights, which is, yeah, that sucks. Twitch in Korea is like, it's completely unsupported here. I don't have ads on Twitch when I watch people. When I watch streams on Twitch, I have 0 ads. North and South Korea have the same group of people, the Koreans. The BRD, West Germany, and the DDR have the same group of peoples, like Germans. I see, Jarv. Yeah. You might find some South Koreans that would disagree with you on that. Even recently, Kim Jong-un has recognized, for the longest time, North Korea has been the ones that are saying that North and South Korea people are the same people. South Koreans, especially young South Koreans, see them as separate countries and separate people. But recently, my wife said that Kim Jong-un even recently stated that South Korea is a different country. They are different people. No ads in Korea. Where are all the Kim Jong-uns? That's wild. Yeah, that's very wild. It's a very wild thing. I even heard that Google Maps is bad in South Korea. Google Maps is horrible in South Korea for security issues, but soon it is going to get more optimized and more accurate. But yeah, Google Maps, and does Apple have its own map too? I think Apple has its own map, right? That one's horrible. Korea has its own social media. Like, instead of Google, it uses a search engine called Naver. Its number one social media is called KakaoTalk. So it's like, instead of WhatsApp, they use KakaoTalk. At the end of the day, we're all humans divided by some people who think we need to be divided. Oh, okay. That's a good sentiment. I thought for sure in North Korea it's a crime punishable by death to refer to North or South Korea, and it was the Republic of Korea or some crap. Yeah, there's a lot of rumors about what's punishable by death. I think everything's punishable by death in North Korea. But I don't think every law is like enforced to the full degree, if that makes sense. Apple has its own very bad, but it has improved. Yeah. Yeah, which is why what I said earlier about Kim Jong-un recognizing that they're two separate countries, it's a really big deal. KakaoTalk has their own mascots, and they're everywhere. Yeah, they do. It's I mean, it has its own banking system. The Korean like programs, Kakao and Naver, they're like embedded in the economy of South Korea. People have their banking through them. They have their media profiles, they have their phone numbers, they have the taxi service. Instead of Uber, they use Kakao Taxi. So it's like, you have to use Kakao. Hi Uber, how are you today? Haven't seen you. Yeah, I haven't seen you in a little bit, Naradius. How you been? You been okay? Yeah, it's spelled cacao, like the chocolate cacao bean, but with K's. How close do you live to the border of the north? Not close. I'm in the center of South Korea. The very center of South Korea. If you look at a map of South Korea and put your hand in the center, finger in the center, that's where I'm at. Oh, I don't know about that patch up. I'm not that in tune with what's going on. North Korea is very different. Mostly malnutrition makes North Koreans look very different. We hear what the culture and laws are like from people that leave. How much is believable is up to debate. Yeah, it really is patch up. There's brainwashing on both sides, propaganda and brainwashing on both sides about what actually is happening. My wife was saying something interesting, like sometimes North Koreans that come down to South Korea, they have a really hard time integrating. So sometimes they go back to North Korea. And surprisingly, North Koreans who go back to North Korea, they're treated sometimes like heroes because they left and escaped North Korea, and then it was so bad outside North Korea that they're able to, like, the government's able to use them and say, like, see, look, they left, they ran away, but they came back because there's no freedom. They have no way of living out there. This is where their home is, like all that kind of brainwashing stuff. So it's kind of interesting. If you get caught escaping, they'll kill you and your whole family. But if you escape successfully and come back, apparently you're like, a mascot for North Korean. Thankfully, Kakao has its own translation feature, but only when typing. I still need to use Google Translate. Yeah, there's another really good translating service from English to Korean that's better than Google Translate. I recommend Papago. Papago's amazing. Try that one. Politics is always a branch. Yeah. I mean, everything that I'm telling you has an asterisk because I'm just telling you what I heard. Nothing I'm saying is my own ideas. It's just literally what I hear from living here. South Koreans can tell by the accent. I find it very hard to believe people go back. What it takes to leave and the mental toll. I can't imagine anyone going. Yeah, it's really crazy to think about. Yeah, and you can the vocabulary North Korea, for example, South Korea has tons of loan words. Like if you go into a Starbucks, so much of the menu is in English. Like even just Americano, espresso, cafe latte, like matcha latte, like all these kind of words. A North Korean who's trying to assimilate into South Korea, they speak Korean, but then they go into these places and there's English everywhere. Like camera in Korean is kamera, but in North Korean it would be in like sajin gige or something. It's like picture machine or something. So it's it's the same language, but it's not the same language at the same time. My wife used to use it all the time to translate from Korean to English. Oh yeah, of course you know, Shame. Yeah, you mentioned your wife is Korean. Doi. I heard you say that. Or I read that you said that and I didn't even register it. What else do I need? Oh, that's it. Almost done with all these missions. I should be selling or salvaging all this stuff. Wow, we're getting in some crazy topics today, guys. Sorry, it's not on like we're not on Guild Wars. I'm not talking a lot about Guild Wars, but you guys are getting me off topic. I'm just chilling. I'm playing a Melindry's Accord Ritualist. I don't have a Ritualist on my account, so I want to get this up so I can do some Build Wars challenges on them. Japan has the same borrowed words that don't fit well into Japanese or ones that have no equivalent. I heard so they have like hiragana and katakana. I heard katakana is usually used for
It's very
spelling
interesting
out
to listen to colon D.
the like non-Japanese words. Interesting listening to. What's up, Azaria? I haven't seen you in a while. Hope you're okay. I hear you, but the level of brutality of everyday life in North Korea. Oh, Barack says better the devil you know, yeah. In North Korea versus even being stared at in South Korea is vastly different. Well, there's even like there are wealthy people in North Korea. Like people who live in Pyongyang apparently have it really good.
I've been better, but I'm still here and still kicking. So I've got no complaints, colon D.
Oh, that's a great attitude to have, Azaria. I hope you get better, but I'm glad that you're, not complaining. You don't have any complaints and you're handling it well. Japan already had a different alphabet for foreigners, but borrowed is even newer. Ah, okay. I see what you mean. There's a distinction. I watched some shorts from someone who escaped from North Korea twice, and that what he was talking is very wild. Yeah. It's very interesting to hear about those people. You got to take at the same time, it's interesting to listen to them, but you have to take some of what they say with a grain of salt because, like, they are very. I mean, everyone is, even we are. Like, propaganda is a real thing. So it's like they are going to be portraying a certain way that maybe 100, maybe some details are going to be exaggerated. And they're benefiting from sharing their story. So it's very interesting to listen to, but I always have a level of caution when I'm listening to them. It's just that's all I'll
Thank you. It's easy to
say about that.
Is shit, but then you realize you still got one, and others have not been that fortunate to still be here, and it puts things into perspective.
Great attitude, Azaria. Great attitude. We got the high ground. Okay, guys, I think we had some fun talking off topic. Let's switch to our favorite game, Killer. Yeah. I'm fine talking about, as long as we don't get too political. I think talking about North Korea is one of those neutral topics for us because, we all kind of, it's such an isolated country that, what we know about it isn't very good. So no one's going to be on the other side of advocating for North Korea, I don't think. Welcome back, Negative. True, yeah, their version of wealthy patch up. They still have more opportunities, which allows people from Pyongyang are usually able to escape more easily than others. Yeah, true. Like, it depends on how you define wealth. Yeah, apparently you can take tours there. I would never do it, but at the same time, it is kind of interesting to imagine what it would be like to look around. Yeah, but Captain, I hope you can find a way to get back into this game. It sounds like you still really love Guild Wars. Guild Wars has always been a game that even before Reforged was announced, or even before I started streaming and making content for it, it was always a game that I came back to, like every couple of months or every so often, make a new character, play through. Hey, we did all of our quests. Almost level 8? Almost level 9, I mean. I'm very politically averse, so I will go back to painting and have fun, mate. See you around. Just wanted to check in on you and how you're doing anyway. Yeah, I agree with you, Neradius. Hope you have fun painting. Yeah, you're good, Patch Up. I think people are getting done with the topic, though. I'm glad. No, don't apologize. I'm glad you're finding a place to like vent, or obviously you're very interested in the topic. So, but yeah, look, I think people are ready to take a step back from talking about it. What negative? That's how I was thinking of it, Tar Heel. Yeah, wealth is pretty various in how you measure it, I think. An opportunity could even be a type of wealth, right? Right, self-isolation, Barack. Guild Wars seems like the type of game to make me glad my dad. What does that? I don't know how to interpret that. That's a crazy thing, negative. I freaking miss Guild Wars to play. I loved it as a teenager. I miss this game so much that I just watch daily some videos, live streams, listen to the soundtrack. The soundtrack, man, that'll get you to reinstall the game just by itself. I remember, yeah, like even when I take a long break, I would take a long break from Guild Wars. I would have a moment where it's like, whoa, what if I made this build? Like, that would be cool. I wonder if it'll work. It's like the build wars never stop once you get into Guild Wars. Yeah, you're totally good, Patch Up. And you weren't being aggressive or anything. You're just sharing your opinions. So I can turn all these in. Yeah. I also don't want to share too much of my own opinion because it's going to be out there forever. Even if I change my mind later on, this whatever I say now is going to be out there, and people are going to interpret it in maybe a way that I don't intend it to be interpreted. So I'll try not to add any of my personal takes if I can help it. Yo, what's up, Lantis? You complete the main quest and play for 100 hours on a character, and then you're like, hey, what if I... Yeah, exactly, negative. You dislike video games, but you would play Guild Wars for 3 to 4 weeks straight? That's pretty amazing. All right, guys, help me choose my secondary profession. Tar Heel thinks I should go warrior. I kind of want to go elementalist or necromancer. We're just doing a cheeky Melandry's Accord playthrough, Atlantis. I'm on a ritualist. Anyone want to run Zagranar Bastion soon or in a few hours? Silly goose heroes and NPCs make it a bit much to micro. I love that mission, Barak. I used to hate it. Yeah, I'm trying to follow that decision, Patch Up. Sometimes I get carried away, but
see much dervish progression going on here.
In the back of my head, I need to do that. We took a vote. What is the primary? Yeah, we're ritualists. Sin for self-heals. Rit Sin is fun. I'd like to see some unique lightning build. Yeah, that's why I was kind of going... I mean, yeah, I'm Doom Covenant right now, but I don't really care if I lose it, Barack. I'm not going to delete the character if I lose it. Negative says Rit Necro. Negative asks, Captain, what do you mean by dislike? Do you mean dislike or don't like? Oh, yeah, there's a slight difference between those two. There's a little bit nuance there, right? Like, are you anti-games or are you just not pro-games? That's another way to think of it. Captain says Writ Necro.
You Saki needs more practice with melee, less casters.
It's true. I need more practice with melee. I used to think melee was like a no-brainer class. And it's just easy. You just run up and whack stuff over the head, but there's a lot of positioning involved with melee.
No.
You're right. It's a little bit more complicated. It looks like it's between Necro or Elementalist. Oh, it's between Necro, Ritualist, or Assassin, it looks like. All right, I'm going to set a poll. I only know how to do a YouTube poll. Actually, I can do a poll on Kick. Maybe on Twitch, too.
Ranger more spirits.
So we got Necro.
All other spirits.
Assassin. Elementalists. Necro, Assassin, Elementalist, and now Ranger's on there. I having deja vu. We did this last time. And on Kick. There we go. Can I do one on Twitch? Oh, I can. Patch-ups on YouTube too. Can change secondaries early. Yeah, true. It's not a permanent choice. What did Captain say? Negative. By dislike, I mean it's a waste of time, to be honest. I'm chronically ill since 2020, so 6 years at home, no work, and in that situation, I would start with playing video games. Lots of knockdown early in mainland. Personally, there's a lot I've learned from video games that I haven't gotten a chance to learn.
Ranger is my vote.
All right, catch you later, Jaziel. Duly noted. Yeah, I did one on Twitch. So if you're on Twitch, you can vote. It looks like the voting time is got like 5 seconds left, though. It looks like Necromancer is winning. Yeah, it looks like Necromancer's the winner. We have like, what is that? 6 Necro votes. Oh, patch up, being honest. You could have gone double vote there. What an honest guy. Yeah, that's a legit build with I think Spirit Strength, Shadow Raptor. Oh, Ranger Barrage would be fun too. So yeah, it looks like Necromancer wins, guys. Necromancer's fun. And I can change it later anyway. Ritualist Necro is my go-to eventually, but early is different. Yeah, true. Now we can do some practice. I think I'm level 9. I'm about to be level 10. Holy cow. I got monastery credits so I can get some bags and runes of holding. I think I'm a better drive from games. Learn how to use a firearm. Ride horse. Learn about car mechanics. I've always played games my whole life. I enjoyed them. But lately, games have been more of a social thing for me. Like, I've got a lot of Korean friends here, but it's different making friends, like English speaking friends and Korean speaking friends. It's different. Like, it's just different. Not better, not worse, just a little different. And all of my English speaking friends that I knew here, most of them moved back to their home countries. So playing games, having like a social outlet, and being able to speak English, it's been pretty awesome. Pretty fantastic. Yeah, there's of course some psychological philosophy you can find in gaming too. It's not for everyone, but I think there's some good in it. That's often, yeah. I don't know if it's overlooked so much as it used to be though. Negative. Growing up, like games were so, like vilified by the media. They kind of are still to an extent, but not as much, I would say. Does blood bond affect spirits too? Like, do spirits gain health when they hit an enemy that's got blood bond on? I think so, right? Certainly gotten better. Negative, yeah. I mean, just look at streaming, and I remember being a little bit cautious and shy to tell people I was a gamer in school, especially girls. But now, like, there's tons of girl gamers that are streaming and playing like this even. Necro works. It seems a little redundant with undead and spirits. What if you put a spirit inside an undead zombie body? That would be sick. I wish you could do that. You know what would be cool if they somehow had elite skills in Guild Wars? This just popped in my head. I've never thought about it until right now. What if you had elite skills in Guild Wars that required a primary and secondary profession? Like it could either be a dual attribute. It could be a dual attribute elite skill, or you only have access to the elite skill as long as you are, as long as you have these two specific professions. That'd be kind of crazy, right? I'm 30 plus years old and still afraid of women. I was never afraid of women. I just felt like I couldn't be myself. Sure, pirate skills. That makes sense. I don't know about Eve, but it sounds like it's right. Incoming fallback dude, though. My main hide is set up with Paragon Necro Sniper Hero build. I don't know why I never thought of that just now. I think I might go Putrid Explosion. I think that'll be some pretty good synergy. Kind of a... Doesn't synergize with the spawning power, but it kind of is nice. Nukage. Last I'll touch on it is, for me, my childhood is pretty chaotic, and I think being able to escape a little through gaming is what saved me from much more prominent mental struggles. Yeah, I mean, it's a great form of escapism, for better or worse. You're afraid of women too? That's funny. So we should get some extra skills through this, right? Burn soul effect scales with soul reaping and fire magic. Something like that. Holy cow. That sounds awesome, Barack. Dude, that's such a good idea. Whoops. I think these will be super easy for me. All the solo missions in Guild Wars are very easy as a necromancer. Why are they just running around doing nothing though? That was easy. Did I finish it? Yeah. In the early 2000s, you didn't believe a player was a woman. They just danced for tips. Yeah. If you told yourself you were a female player, you would get lots of free items and stuff in like Diablo or MMOs in general. So I think instead of communing, I don't know why I had any communing on there. I think I'll go death. Curses is actually not a bad idea either. Yeah, free everything. I would name my first spirit-filled undead Abby Normal. Black Touch is very nice also. Yeah, these are so easy as necromancer, or as a ritualist rather. Oh, this is the one I want. Death Nova is also not a bad idea. I prefer to leave Signet of Spirits, Resto, and weapon spells to the AI. I concentrate on offense. Yeah, I don't really want to use Signet of Spirits, honestly. I'm not too excited to use that skill. Or those types of skills. A lot of long cooldown on this one. All ritual skills has 10% armor penetration. When you drop this ashes, all enemies are struck for 48. Yeah, I can't wait to get that one. Clamor of Souls. Where can at what point can I get it? I think it's in Kurzik area, right? There it is. There's one down there. Is it earlier than that too? Not seeing it. Yeah, I don't know a whole lot about Ritualist, so this will be a fun playthrough, I think. My first interaction in online game was here. Guild Wars 1 was my first online game, and it was day 2 in pre-searing. She asked, can anyone hear me? I helped her quest with my vast knowledge of the previous days. One gaming session, she set up the guild I'm still in. For sure, a girl, now a mother 3 times over. Wow, that's awesome, Patch Up. Is that a mod for the map or did Guild Wars? No, that's a mod. This is called, I'm using a mod called Guild Wars Toolbox. Highly recommended if you're coming back to the game. I don't know if I can outdamage his heals. Dear. No! I lost it! I didn't even think about losing it. Doom's Covenant here. Man, that's fine. Toolbox more of a utility, a toolbox that helps run other mods. No. I'm not... It can run other mods called plugins, but these are all the things that Toolbox can do. It can do a ton of stuff. I didn't even think about actually losing in these training. I didn't think of it being a actual death. That sucks. Well, time to restart now. I don't really care too much about Doom's Covenant. I have it on my Paragon. I'm fine with that. But I need to figure out how to kill this guy. I don't think I have enough. Oh, this doesn't remove any enchant. I need to put some skill into blood magic. There we go. But actually, his life sheath keeps disappearing too quickly. I was thinking of another one. I was thinking Toolbox as a foundational mod. It does so much. Oh yeah, there's still things that I'm discovering that it can do. Well, wasted that. Maybe I can... Oh, nice. I just had to spike the crap out of him. That's why I asked. I was not 100% sure. Yeah, let me know if you guys have any question about Guild Wars Toolbox. It's very easy to set up. And last one, Dissonance. That's a decent one, but 25 energy? Communing. This is the only interrupting skill I have. Gun tanking for the win. It lasts for... This spirit dies after 14 seconds. Wow, it's so short. Easy. All right, that was the last one. What are we at? We're at level 10? Yeah, exactly. Just win the fight in 8 seconds. I won the fight before you even finished typing that message. Whoops. I still need to go get a belt pouch, but I think I'm rich enough I can just buy one. What? Oh. How do we like our skills? I prefer to go minimal with mods, although I can go over... Yeah, I'm really not much of a modder either, patch up, especially on most games I like to play vanilla. But this one adds so much utility, man. I never used the, the cartography mod. Oh, commercial. We are Kurzik, of course. Oh, Dylan's on. What's up, Dylan? Kurzik. The best. Maybe I should go blood for some actual self-healing. But I don't have much in the way of energy regeneration, except for Boon of Creation. But it's not really that great. It costs 10 energy, and I only have 1 spirit. Yeah, I don't know. Bone minions kind of work well because they're lower level, but you get 2 of them and they're going to have higher health. And they would trigger Boon of Creation, but again, only 4 energy then for 15. It's not worth. Not going to get that money back. Jammin' dropping a kickflip in the chat. What the heck? Gator, what's up, buddy? Where do we go now?
Good morning, Mr. Yuba.
Hey, hey, hey. I can do these. Yeah, this will be worth it. Got skill trainer in town, though. Yep, there's a skill trainer. I got pretty much all the skills that I want, I think. But I might take another look here in a second. I need to sell some stuff, maybe. Kurzik is the best. The Kurz, exactly. I'm a big Kurzik fan. I'll probably get Kurzik armor on this character. Oh, I'm going to need some henchmen. It's actually kind of a relief whenever you lose Doom's Covenant. You don't need to worry about staying alive. I mean, yeah, I probably could. I do a lot of damage. What's up, Angry Caboose? Dang you, Katie Kurzik. I see what you did there. That's a good one, buddy. I see what you're cooking with there. I think with this character, Tar Heel always told me it's a good idea to farm Yeti in the this area up here. The Satan Harbor. I think I'm going to be doing that on this character. Elite Kurzik armor for female characters looks good. I don't remember what it looks like, honestly, even on the male character. Jammin' dropping his points. Wow, he's just flexing how much points he's got on the kick. What a beast. Oh, did I get the belt pouch? Not yet. Nuke 'em. Honestly, these two skills, Blood Song's not bad. That's some self-healing too. I forgot that does add some health. That might be good enough self-healing for this level. Lux and Armor does not look good. I agree with you on that one. Can basically go to Canning, then go north. Just avoid any northeast Islet Mountain on near end of Xingje. Basically run to Canning, then go north. Just avoid... Huh? You mean this Canning? Lux and Armor is hideous. Yeah, I'm not a fan of the Lux and Armor. Sweet. Next is Power Surge, which is down here. And then we should be hitting level 11 now. Pretty good progress here. I think this one I have to like kneel down. Oh no, never mind. No, on Xingje, that grassy map before Seitung Harbor has a bit with spooky spike damage from pirates. Oh. Yeah, I was just confused because you said run to Canang, so I didn't understand. Bloodsong heals itself. Vampires and heals you. I see. It heal. Yeah, you're right. It heals itself. Thank you, Lantis. Yeah, faction is super fast, Captain. That's why I kind of like it sometimes for new characters. If I'm not in the mood to just slowly go through prophecies or something. Prophecies, finishing, like going all the way through prophecies is a lot more satisfying though, in a sense. Feels a lot more accomplishing. I picked Lux, then I saw the Kurzik armor and kicked myself. Not many were running around with the new armor yet. Especially Kurzik Warrior. The Kurzik Warrior armor looks so cool. We got that belt pouch. I can get some bags, some runes of holding, and we're going to have some good inventory here. Where is the... Oh, over here. So we can get some bags. Yeah, here's 2 bags. And I should be able to get 2 runes of holding. Perfect. Look at that. Full inventory for a while. Nightfall for the win. Got my warrior alt set for ferrying to armor shop at Council of the Docks now. Yeah, the ferry is so fast. If you do the ferry with Nightfall and then you rush up to Eye of the North, you can get to level 20 so quickly. The problem with warrior armor is that there are so many good ones. Yeah, warrior has clearly the best armor in the game. Correct me if I'm wrong, but Factions has a huge hump in difficulty when you get off the boat. Yep. If you're not level 20 or close to level 20 when you get to Canang up here, you're in for a rude awakening. It's really tough. Dude, that's a nice cauldron. So maybe everything is so expensive. I wish I had access to like parasitic bond, but I think parasitic bond is a prophecy skill. I might be wrong. Just get level 10 and then go to Eye of the North. Yeah, I probably will. I'm not really concerned with going totally in order here. It's just a casual playthrough. Do pest control? How did I not... What? Oh, okay. I gotta talk to this guy for the reward. Easy 20 from Kilroying, especially if you got dagger skill, able to spare well-fitted Thunder Fist knuckles. Yeah, the Kilroy, that was usually the way I got level 20. On my warrior, that's how I farmed the gold and materials for max armor too. It was kind of a grind. Once you get the max armor though, you can start getting crazy gold on a Mellinger's Accord character because you just sell everything. Materials, items, everything. And then the last one, Appearance of the Naga. Weird. I wish Prophecies players were exposed to prettier scenery when they go to Factions chapter. I just remember loading into the city. I appreciate the visual storytelling, but give me a pretty park or tree at least. Yeah, jumping into caning, it's like, wow, this place is a crap hole. Be careful selling mats, like the ones for consumables or something, like what? Glittering dust and plants. Which ones in particular, Lantis? 네. 15분 후에. Keep key mats. Yep. Dust, iron bones, cloth, hides, feathers. Those are for the consumables, right? Whoa, I just hit for 118. Right, I meant after armor. After you get max armor, you can sell pretty much everything except, yeah, it's a good idea to keep the ones for the consumables, I agree. Dude. Ooh, I got a key. Oh, yep. Painful bond is triggered with Blood Song. So that's confirmed. Whoops. Let's try and group these guys together. Oh, that's a good strategy. Storing runes and weapons on bad heroes. All right, we finished all of our quests. How close are we to 12? Not that close. But pretty rich now. I'm gonna buy a... Oh, not yet. Do you go for the obsidian armor on your it? Oh, probably not. I don't think this is gonna be my main or anything. This is my alternate character. I have obsidian on my mesmer though. If you want to see that. Okay. Gonna get to this next mission area, and then I'll probably call this a stream. I forgot today is only Tuesday. Need to go to work tomorrow. What am I thinking? Yeah, you like the factions music? Very relaxing. Feels like I should be in a massage parlor or something. Oh, Naga hides here. I know, I'm having a great time here. Feels like a Saturday night or something. Or my Sunday night stream. Dude, I've been thinking about that Sunday night, that Sunday stream. The Build War, last Build War stream. Gosh, it was so much fun. Factions OST and Nightfall OST are ingrained in my head because of how good they are. Nightfall has some great ones. I never would have agreed with you until recently, I think. There's some really good Nightfall tracks, but I wish they played more frequently. A lot of times it's just like drums or something, but there's some good melodies here and there. Oh, this always happens. I always sprint way ahead. Are you live every day or do you take time between days? I'm 100% live on Sundays. And these days I try to get a stream in on Tuesday and or Thursday. And then Saturday I've been doing a stream as well, but I've been doing kind of a random game stream. Although I did Guild Wars last time. I've been trying to play games that are recommended by chat on Saturdays, but I haven't fully made it like a consistent series yet. But I think that would be fun. Because, you know, we all like Guild Wars, but if we all like Guild Wars, there's probably some other games that we overlap on. Like old school Final Fantasies or some random other games. Like I played Risk of Rain 2 recently, and that I still need to play that game again. That game was so fun. Still need to beat it. I haven't beaten it. Was that your 3k HP run? Yeah, Barack. Drums and cicadas. That's the Nightfall OST. Yeah, that was my Uberman run last Sunday. It was so good. So this was a new addition they added. They added this intermission button at the top. So new players were having trouble finding the mission button that was right here. But in my opinion, putting it up here is even harder to see. Like, I might not notice that. It's at the very top. All right, guys. We are right at the 3-hour mark, pretty much. Very good stopping point. I wouldn't mind playing ROR2 with you. I don't play it much, but I had fun with it. Dude, yeah, I would love to play. Last time I played was with Neko. Slasher is the one who was originally going to play with me, and then Negative is the person who suggested it. So I still need to play with Negative. And I think you can have up to 4 players, right? That'd be fun. New players might have closed the party menu. But you can't close the party menu in town unless you remove it in the interface. And even then, I don't think you can. Yeah, you can't close the party menu in town. You can hide it by hiding everything, but they shouldn't have been able to. But yeah, do an ASMR stream, maybe play Rust or PUBG. Ugh. I'm really not into PvP games these days, Patch Up. I'm a recovering League of Legends addict. And yeah, I still love League of Legends, but I'm avoiding that game. I'm avoiding that game, and I'm avoiding PvP these days. But, GG, well played. Thank you, Barack. It was a nice and fun stream. You're a good stream, and as I see, thank you for your stream today. Have a good day and night, and love to you in the chat. Yeah, thank you so much for joining in, Captain. Chat to some people in the Discord, and then we are in a guild too. So if you notice people online, or if you ever get to play, you can get in there. And sometimes people in the guild, if you're on our Discord, not in the guild, but if you're in the Discord, some people like to share their screen and stream there as well, which is like, I do that sometimes when I'm not streaming on YouTube or Twitch. I'll stream in the Discord just to have a little you know, private viewing. But yeah, you might check that out. I'm there with you on League. Yeah, I was so addicted. I grinded and I wanted to get up as high as I could, and I ended up getting gold on the Korean server here, and I was like, man, in order for me to get any higher than gold, I'm gonna have to like devote my life to this. People here are just too insane, too intense. But I consider that a pretty good achievement for me, getting gold in Korean server. But then I was like, I'm gonna have to do this every season. That's hard to do. And I missed out on like 10 years of good games. Still a great game. I just didn't like how it was sucking me in and wearing me out. Stay tuned on YouTube and Discord. Hopefully I can play on Guild Wars. Heck yeah, good to hear you. All right, guys, I gotta leave for sure. I guess I was just looking it out at the map. That's fine. Never made it out of bronze due to... Yeah, bronze is so hard to make it out of, dude. I feel like that little girl with red hair, but never made it past the tutorial stages. Retired League gamer, ARAM, and TFT only. Alright, guys. I'm heading out. Bye-bye. Good night. Good evening. Good morning. Wherever you are. We'll catch you later. Maybe Thursday or Saturday. I'll see you guys again. Peace.